Let's continue our study of the life of Padmasambhava. As we were saying yesterday, after Guru Rinpoche subdued numerous spirits and demons at that time, the propagation of the Buddha Dharma in the Tibetan region and the construction of monasteries went very smoothly without obstacles. Later, Guru Rinpoche went to the Jangwu garden of Jeppo Palace. While staying there, he subdued many Nagas, including Madrozejian. Then Madrozejian said, "On this earth, King Trisong Detsen is the greatest." Wait, is Trump the biggest leader right now? Well, not really. We cannot say that. Actually, who is the biggest leader nowadays? Honestly, I have no idea. Is it Putin? Who knows? Back then, the Naga king told King Trisong Detsen, "You are the greatest on the earth." In fact, at that time, he could indeed be considered the greatest in certain parts of the world. But underground, I am the greatest. But he might not be the only one, as there are many other Naga kings. So, the two of us should help each other. I will offer the 14 horse loads of gold powder needed for the king to build the temple halls. You see, Nagas were indeed very wealthy back then, and the Tibetan region had an abundance of gold during that period. He added, "Please go to the Elephant Trunk Gold Cave to fetch it." Just as he promised, Madro Zejian offered all the gold in the exact amount at that time, and this wealth was likely used as funds to build the Samye Monastery. Also, Guru Rinpoche subdued Pehar, the king of spirits. He was associated with Samye Gutalan. Some historical accounts state that the Dharma protector Pehar was subdued by Guru Rinpoche. After being subdued, he served as a Dharma protector at Samye Monastery for 700 years. I think I mentioned this story once before. A monk at Samye Monastery had a conflict with the Dharma protector Pehar. Then he used various means to bind up the statue of the Dharma protector and threw it into the river. Later, a realized master from Drepung Monastery retrieved the statue from the water. He was about to place it on a high mountain, but the deity spoke up and said, "I'll just stay right here in this small place, Nechung." So a monastery was built there, which is Nechung Monastery, located just below Drepung Monastery today. Therefore, the Pehar Monastery originally belonged to the Nyingma school, but it later became Nechung. This is what one historical account says. Of course, there might be other versions because there are various accounts regarding the biographies of these Dharma protectors, including Palden Lamo. Actually, Palden Lamo is mentioned in the Golden Light Sutra. There was a highly realized master who, during his childhood, kept her Thangka in his shrine room and treated her like his own mother. Later on, when he had to leave, he brought the Thangka along, and Palden Lamo protected him throughout his journey. Therefore, some of these Dharma protectors are indeed, how should I put it, as you might know, extremely powerful. There are so many different stories like this about these protector deities. Back then, Pehar stayed at Samye Monastery for 700 years, but later, during the time of the 5th Dalai Lama, he came to be associated with other schools. Nowadays, many masters have written praises and protector offerings for him. For instance, Khenpo Depa previously composed a short prayer to Pehar. He mentioned that he wrote it after experiencing a unique connection and receiving a spiritual response upon request, but we don't usually see it in our Nyingma daily practices. Now, how exactly was the protector Pehar tamed back then? This is a very important piece of history. When the mandala for subduing Pehar was being constructed, Pehar came over to look at it. Guru Rinpoche drove a Vajra dagger into his eyes. When he listened to the mantras, a dagger pierced his ear. When he tried to mimic the chanting of the mantra, and a dagger went through his tongue. And when he attempted to flee, Guru Rinpoche pinned his limbs down, leaving him unable to move a single step. Then Guru Rinpoche told him, "Now it's time to burn you." Pehar got so scared that he submitted immediately and surrendered completely, becoming totally submissive. Since then, the protector Pehar has been under Guru Rinpoche's command all the way until now. This is how the protector Pehar came to serve. So these are all highly renowned Dharma protectors in the Tibetan region. Everyone should know about them. We also have a general understanding from Guru Rinpoche's biography about how he subdued these various protectors. After that, Guru Rinpoche went to subdue the mountain god Yara Shenpa. Here at Larung we have a protector called Red-Black Shenpa, while over there it is Yara Shenpa. There are probably many mountain gods named Shenpa, and the one mentioned here is also just one of them. this Shenpa mountain god poured water right over Rinpoche's head. But Guru Rinpoche extended his hand from his cloak, raised his vajra, and made the water flow backward, forcing the water from the sacred pool into the charnel ground pool. Guru Rinpoche then threw his vajra over there, and the water started boiling, melting about a third of the snow on Mount Shenpa. Then the Shenpa mountain god sat on the peak of the snow mountain and asked, "Why do you harm me like this?" Guru Rinpoche replied, "And why did you harm me first? If you don't submit and surrender right now, I am going to burn you to ashes." That was Guru Rinpoche's threat every day. "I'll burn you." It's just like the fire pujas we often do today. During big ceremonies, we have these specific fire offering rituals, which is pretty much like telling the spirits, "Yep, I'm going to burn you now." The Shenpa mountain god then prostrated at Guru Rinpoche's feet and swore an oath, saying, "Although I belong to the non-virtuous karmic trait and cannot bring direct benefit to the practice of the Buddha Dharma, indeed, among human beings, some individuals also possess such non-virtuous traits. We often see this in human society as well, whether they are worldly leaders or businessmen. For some people, as long as they refrain from doing harm to the Buddha Dharma, that is already quite good." This Dharma protector was probably in a similar situation. He said, "I belong to the non-virtuous karmic trait, so it is completely impossible for me to bring any benefit to the Buddha Dharma. However, I will never do any harm from now on." Once they make such a promise in front of Guru Rinpoche, these Dharma protectors will basically refrain from doing bad things anymore. They are actually quite trustworthy. And if we frequently recite the prayers to the Dharma protectors, they will offer their support to us. So this Shenpa mountain god might not be the same Shenpa we have over here. The Shenpa we have at Larung is actually really great. He made an agreement with His Holiness Dudjom Rinpoche. In fact, many great masters nowadays say that the protector Shenpa guards the entire monastery of Larung as well as its practitioners very well. When His Holiness Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche went to India, the monks from Luoro Monastery were performing the Vajra dance. At that time, the person representing the protector Shenpa was absent. Seeing his absence, His Holiness said, "The protector Shenpa did not show up this time because it indicates that our other protectors, such as Siu Mapo and the rest, will accompany me on this journey, while the protector Shenpa will stay behind to guard Larung Gar." At first, the monks worried it was an inauspicious sign. Yet it turned out that the protector Shenpa did not show up during the live performance precisely because he chose to remain as the Dharma protector of Larung Gar. When the first His Holiness Dudjom Rinpoche came to Larung Gar for the first time, he shot an arrow right into the ground where the palace of Jetsunma Munso stands today. Then he sang some sacred Vajra songs. This is clearly recorded in the biography of the first His Holiness Dudjom Rinpoche, which I have translated before. In fact, the Shenpa at Larung Gar and the one mentioned there might be the same mountain god. In this way, in about 6 months, Guru Rinpoche successfully subdued almost all the spirits and demons. Wow, 6 months is indeed a very long period of time. During those 6 months, he traveled to many places, including our Kham region and even my hometown. At that time, Guru Rinpoche visited places such as Shuezi Cave and Dragkathang Plain. These names match the extended biography of Padmasambhava exactly. Many local people swear it's the exact same spot, though we cannot be absolutely certain, since there are likely other places that share the same name. Therefore, later on, there was virtually no place in the entire Tibetan region that Guru Rinpoche did not visit. By relying on his miraculous activities and powers, he traveled across the entire land of the Tibetan region. He didn't just stay in Yutsang, but also visited the entire Amdo region and various other areas. He completely subdued all the spirits and demons across the Tibetan region. Afterward, the text notes that in order to bring peace and prosperity to the entire Tibetan region, it was necessary to conduct a grand fire offering ritual. Okay, let's just stop here for now, and we will continue later. We will talk about it later.
Bandara Padmasambhava